The 70s was full of it, and in recent times has been making quite a bit of a return. So today I figured we could cover how to tie-dye a t-shirt. Now, tie-dyeing can be pretty plain and simple, but I figured why not tie-dye a pattern? I think today we're going to tie-dye a peace sign. So I wanted to show you guys some of my previous works that I've done when it comes to tie-dye. Just as a plain shirt, I usually do a typical spiral like the shirt I'm wearing now. Or you can do a full mix on the whole shirt and just kind of spray colors everywhere. It's basically about having fun. Or this is a previous peace sign that I've done. The green's a little bit hard to see on camera, but today we're going to be using black on the peace sign, so it's a little bit easier to see. And here we go. So when you're getting your materials together to tie-dye your t-shirt, you want to make sure that you have whatever colors of tie-dye you want within your general vicinity. A washable marker, some rubber bands to tie up what you're going to need to. I went ahead and sketched out the peace sign I'm going to be using, but I'll show you guys the step-by-step on how to get from here to this whole thing. You're going to start by folding your t-shirt or cloth, whatever you're using, right down the middle and lay it out in front of you. Sometimes I lay it long ways, it's a little bit easier to work. Now you want to stretch from the very top of the shirt up here to the bottom. You want to go to the middle and find a vertex of your peace sign, a little center. You're just going to mark it with a little dot. These will wash out in the washer when you wash your shirt out. So from that, you're going to take your marker and you're going to draw a half circle to match the outside of the peace sign from the vertex. So a lot of people like to use string, but I mean, hey, it's tie-dye. We can guesstimate. So I'm just going to sketch a light little half circle around the outside here. Begin to have something that looks like this. So this is the circle you've just drawn. And then this here is going to be your arm and your peace sign. So from the vertex to here, you just want to sketch out a straight arm. Now you're going to take your t-shirt, so right here where these fingers are pinching is the vertex, this is the bottom. Where your arm on the peace sign is, you want to fold right on top of that, just this corner here. And then you want to take the top, and where you've just made this fold line, you want to make it match so that they're parallel. Just like that. So when you're done, you should have parallel lines matching a shirt folded similar to this pattern. So from here, depending on what color marker you used, you may or may not be able to see the inner circle that you created, but you kind of just want to make a rough sketch of an outer circle. So I just lift up this crease here and see where this line is and then go from there and just kind of make a rough sketch on where the other circle would be if it was facing this way. So once you've done this, you want to make sure that your green lines here match up. You can even shade these a little darker. You just always want to make sure that this here is lined up. So now we're going to begin tying our shirt off. So for this shirt, we're going to do an accordion style pinch beginning on the main line, the main circle that we just sketched on the outside. And you're just going to make sure that the pieces here are lined up and accordion it all the way across that line you just drew. T-shirts are a little bit harder because they're a little thicker. But if you're using a cloth or a handkerchief, sheets, those are typically easier to work with. So once you singe this piece here, you should have something that looks kind of like this, where your line is that you just drew and pinched on. You're going to band it off, making sure to keep those main lines lined up in the beginning, the two green ones that I drew. So now, let me fix this here. You should be able to see the accordion style. This here is the main line that I drew. So now we're going to accordion pinch this all the way up. And your accordion's not going to be perfect. Come on. When you have thicker shirts, it makes it a little bit harder sometimes. Oops. And I band it from the side. It's going to be a little hard for you guys to see because it kind of just looks like a giant clump of t-shirt. But if you're banding it and then you just want to tie it off on this edge here, it looks like this, but this piece here is accordioned and this is accordion. Now it's all accordion together. So this here is going to be your peace sign in the middle. These are your 2 lines for the peace sign, and then this is the outside. So this is where you can pick which colors you want to do. I'm going to be doing my lines black. Things banded correctly. I typically just roll it all up, and I'm going to put it into a Walmart bag and just wrap it fairly tight. Tie it in a bow or a knot. And then you just let it set for 24 hours. We'll wash it, and then I'll see you guys back here with the finished product. And now that you've spent the last 2 days working on the same shirt, you have your finished product. So this is what I ended up with. I didn't get as much black in this area here as I would like, but that comes from the accordion not happening, and I was kind of just improvising. But hey, it's tie-dye. It's supposed to be fun and creative and unique anyway. Today we learned how to tie-dye an old raggedy t-shirt and make it into something pretty cute with a pattern. And you can do any pattern you want. Just use washable markers and remember to bind off those areas so you know which areas you would like to dye.